Now, we're welcome to Data Precision with Shino, and we're building a professional portfolio using the Google AI Studio. This is the second part for our build. So the AI Studio has finished building and giving us our code and our first preview. You can see the full screen preview here. Remember, we didn't give the AI Studio context for what it has done so far. So, but we can see that just put the context as someone who is a senior full stack engineer. So we can also see where we have the selected works and engineering systems for the person. You can see the skills, masters, and enterprise. You can see the front-end skills, backend and API skills. You can see database skills. You can see cloud infrastructure. You can see AI and data. You can see tools and DevOps skills. You can also see a resume button. So we click on it. It gives you the option for the resume of the professional. We have the copy text of resume. We have the print or save to PDF button, all on our website. So we can see some things are not really in place, but it's part of what we can be editing along. So we can also come here and remember we can tell it that we should include a so could you style the interface using Tailwind and add a dark mode button? So let us do this next. So Control C, we copy this, come here, delete the full screen, Command V, so we click on styling. So we want to style the interface a bit. So having an error message, let's go through. Let's see what is changing in the code for us. So we want to have the code change a bit and also have our button for the dark mode and the light mode. So while this is running, we can see one which I did earlier that had context of the owner, which is me. You can see my name is here on it. So I have the home, I have the about, I have my projects, I have my Tableau gallery, I have some writings I have done, I have speakings, mentoring, and community that I've done. I have a blog here talking about my data acquisition hub, and here you have my contacts from email to LinkedIn, GitHub, Upwork, and also people can contact by sending me a message here. So all that is also being put together here for us. So what we added, not what I added later, was the toggle button for the light mode and the dark mode. So you can see it running here. So we come back to the home. You can see my core tech stack. You can see my transition from architect to technical ops to project manager and data AI. So that sound from AI Studio tells us that the task we gave to it has been completed. So we can see it has finalized the visual migration of the website to match the bold with dark theme system. We have the typography, we have modal alignment. So we have the dark aesthetics and button control. So let's come to this full screen. So we should have it somewhere. The button should be somewhere not far. Let's see. this, come down here. So since we can't find it, we can come back here and tell it that introduce a dark and light mode button. So, the AI Studio is going to do that and put in. So while it's running, you can explore. So here you can see under the contact aside my email address with the direct channel. You can see for creatives, you can see my YouTube tutorials. You can see, so if I click on this link, it takes us to my Behance portfolios, my Behance profile. I can log in here. So beside that, you can see Pinterest, account Pinterest. You can see my Gumroad account. So I'd given it these links while building. So it has access to my Gumroad account. I have a main stack page. So basically, AI Studio has taken this information from me and put it under the links, and the links are all valid. So this is my main stack. We have my Twitter or X profile. So you can see it has browsers here. So for publications, showing that I have about 200 Medium articles published. So that was put in there by the AI. So that sound means our, so Since has added the dark mode team toggle button to our application. So team toggle controls place a toggle button in the main sticky header navigation with sun and moon icons for both desktop and mobile layout. So if we come here, we should be able to see our toggle button. So let's see, where's our toggle button. This here, you can see it here, light and dark. So we can also change our device here. And let's go to the mobile device so we can see it here. So also click on this. Our toggle button is running. So let's go back to our code lab. We made those changes already. So now let's go and deploy to Cloud Run. So once our prototype is fully functional, we deploy it as a public service on Cloud Run using the publish button to initiate deployment wizard. So let us go here. We go out of the preview, click on the publish. So AI Studio loads the publish menu. So we click on get started. So we have to confirm our cloud project where the publish app will be stored. So we want to store it under which? So we can store it under, let's say, build with AI. Remember, it has to be a project that has the building type to it. So let us click on. So we can click on this button on the right here to confirm our cloud building status for this project with AI. So let's click on continue. So you can have your app URL. So let's say we have The name of the person is A AEN. So it's called AEN Professional Portfolio. Let's change this from 1994. It's A-EN. So we have it. So AEN AI Studio. So now we'll now publish our app. So now AI Studio is publishing our app. So we've done this. So AI Studio generates a unique service identifier. And if it's the first time deploying, we are using the standard Google Cloud parameters. We prompted for specified organization type. So we don't have this organization type here, but we supplied our billing details. And we clicked on publish app. So next at the back, the container build and container registration and service deployment steps happen in the background. This normally takes and completes in 2 to 4 minutes. The When deployment finishes, copy the generated app URL and visit the live application lib in a browser. And we can test the live application within our browser. So come here, so publishing is going on. You can see it's preparing the cloud project, it's running launch tags, it's gathering the app details, it's reviewing features. So we can see the publishing has completed. So since the publishing has completed, what we'll do next is we click on this or we copy it. So let's click on this to open it in our browser. You can see it here as a professional portfolio EN AI Studio. So this is a fully running web app portfolio. So you can see the portfolio running. So next, we want to add a custom domain. So we can add a custom domain. So we'll read through this. By default, Cloud Run hosts your service on a Google Managed Run app domain. If you want to use a personal domain like your name or portfolio username, you can map a custom domain to your service. Step 1, we add a custom mapping in Cloud Run. So we'll go to the Cloud Run domain mappings page. So let's just have a look at it. So you should have to have a Google Cloud account to get to this point under the domain mappings under Cloud Run. So we click on Add Mapping. So here's what the person will click on, Add Mapping. So we choose the Cloud Run service we want to map from the drop down. So there'll be drop down menu. Input your custom domain name, for example, yourname.com or portfolio yourname.com. Click next to continue. So Cloud Run will display the DNS records such as AA or CNAME records that you must create with your domain registrar. 2, to configure your DNS registrar. Sign into your domain's registrar's administration panel, for example, Squarespace, GoDaddy, or Namecheap. Open the DNS management or DNS settings configuration page for your domain. Create the DNS records matching the values shown in the Cloud Run mapping wizard. From Apex domain mapping, that's your name, add the listed A and AA records. For subdomain mappings, that is portfolio name, add the listed CNAME record, and you save the DNS configuration changes. Step 3, you wait for the SSL certificate provisioning. Once the DNS changes propagate, Google Cloud will automatically provision a managed SSL TLS certificate for your secure connection. This process usually completes in 15 minutes but can take up to 24 hours depending on DNS propagation. Once completed, your custom domain will route safely to your portfolio website. Now, Cloud Run mappings are in preview and are available only in specific regions. So if your Cloud Run service is in a region that does not support domain mapping, you can map your domain using a global external application load balancer. So let's have a look at this, or Firebase Hosting. So this the documentation on how to set up the global external application load balancer with Cloud Run or Cloud Run functions. So have a look at this from the links, or Firebase Hosting, connect to a custom domain. So you can see the documentation here too on creating a custom domain for Firebase Hosting. So click on the next button. So this is the cleanup. And here's the thing about cloud, you have to be charged for services. But to avoid any unforeseen billing charges or clean up your works resources, in Google AI Studio, you can go to the apps page, find the application in the grid or list, click the trash icon to delete the app state and unpublish the service from Cloud Run. So if you deployed a standard cloud project, you won't shut it down and all resources entirely. So we didn't create a project for this. We had a project already existing. So first of all, we go to AI Studio. We close our web page, which we tested out. So next we can go to the cloud. So let's come to search at the top in our cloud, Google Cloud account. Let's search for Cloud Run. There it is. So under Cloud Run, we'll check for any services that are running. We have a call out coming up. Okay, sorry, we are not on project. So let's go and change our project. So let's change the project to build with AI. You can see it already. We picked the correct project and it's showing us we have Cloud Run running on it. So we select, you can see it's selected already. So you can see we deployed from AI Studio. So we go back to AI Studio and then we unpublish the app. So we take it off Cloud Run. So let's click on unpublish. So you can see this app will no longer be accessible and the associated domain will be deleted and unable to be used by others. So let us unpublish it. Now we're unpublishing. So now it has been successfully unpublished. We'll come back to Cloud Run, click on services. You can see it has been taken out. Then we go back to close this. Then we go back to the start. Remember, we have our apps. And from here, we can see our portfolio that we built under professional portfolio. We want to create a clean slate for what we did. And now click on delete app. So this is the cleanup that we saw earlier. So a prompt comes up telling us that we want to delete our portfolio. Deleted apps cannot be restored. Are you sure you want to delete this app? So we say, okay. You can see we created it 45 minutes ago and we're deleting it now. So we deleted that already. So let's go back to our guide. So congratulations, we've designed, deployed, and developed a website directly from AI Studio. Let's dismiss this. So to learn more, visit the link and claim the completed journey badge. So let us visit this link, claim our completed journey badge. So it takes us to our developer. You can see congratulations on completing your first builder milestone. The badge has added to our profile. Okay. So let us go and see you in the next video.